Unorganized Progression Podcast, Prolific to Professional.
Jay Sims.
We're back with another week.
I just hit my chest because you hit your chest.
You did that? I heard it.
I was like, why did I do that? I'm a follower, man.
It's all good because we in this together. We in this situation
for
together.
sure, dog. What we drinking, man?
Man, this week we got the Anti-Hero IPA from Revolution Brewing. Okay.
Yeah,
out of Chicago, it looked like.
6.5 by volume.
It's not bad. It's not the heaviest.
All right, we're going to cheers this up.
Cheers it up. Bing, bang. It's okay. That's a hard swig.
I was almost gone.
We're going to try that with some...
I was thirsty,
We're going to try that with some whiskey or something next time. See how long we can do that.
You'll be like...
or if you hit it, you're going to fall out the stool.
Right. I don't let my lips touch it.
Right, you be up out of here.
For sure.
Yeah, man, so we back again. And as we always do, we certainly want to start off this time by appreciating y'all for checking in with us, subscribing, giving us those thumbs up, those likes, putting the comments down, the subscriptions, all that. So we appreciate you from YouTube, SoundCloud, checking in with us on Facebook, IG, all the other podcasts we shoot. There's been a lot of y'all showing some love in the last couple of weeks too, so I appreciate you.
For sure. Ditto.
For the week, we want to talk about motivation. And, you know, we're going to start off with our endeavors as far as crypto, music, but, you know, if we drift off into some other things in terms of how we're motivated or where we get motivation from, just hang with us. It's all going to be relative. So I'll start off by asking you, in terms of motivation, you know, and we'll start it out with like what you're doing with BitConnect and the Bitcoin endeavor, but on a daily basis, whether it's something you've seen, heard, read, or somebody you talk to, like, what's the motivation that you have for getting up every day, not necessarily doing what you do throughout the day, but doing what you feel you need to do to get yourself to the next level or next step in life?
It's the fact that I'm not satisfied, like, right now, right? When I wasn't, like, pursuing, you know, anything other than, like, a 9 to 5, I felt, like, easier, but my life felt easier, but at the same time, I felt like I wasn't living to my full potential, right? And that feels worse than, like, having a little bit extra cushion in your bank account. It feels worse than having a little bit more stability. I felt like I wasn't living the purpose that God had for me, right? If I'm, in a way, it's like, without, like, an endeavor, you know, it's more, let's say, for instance, maybe more stability, maybe the structure is a little bit more family oriented, right? And it's something that's like, hey, you're not, like, really happy, you know?
Yeah.
So it was just me wanting to push myself, right? Really, but it's even, I can only want to push myself so much, so I draw inspiration from just listening to different podcasts, like, all day while I'm out at work, right? I listen to YouTube video while I'm out at work,
right?
All day long. I find motivational stuff.
And it's cool that you have the type of job where you are allowed to do that too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you could be in a situation where, you know, some of these jobs that are out here, you don't have the luxury of popping on a podcast or having your hands with some music or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that, got to be thankful for that too.
Right. And you know, it's crazy. It had me rethink about, like, some other career choices just because I wouldn't be able to do that, you know, in those particular fields. It's like, I like the freedom that I have. I don't necessarily love everything about the job, but I like the freedom.
Right.
So as far as, like, finding motivation, when I get up in the morning and I look at, like, my son and my daughter while they sleep, right, that motivates me because I want them to see me going to actually do something that's going to progress our life, right? Also, you know, I walk out to my car every morning, and, you know, like, I deliberately got rid of a new car and got, like, a car that's, like, 20 years old, you know, so I could, like, just be sacrificed, right, to be able to get more done. So And I walk to the car and I'm appreciated, you know, like haven't had any issues other than like a muffler just recently, right? But I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's nothing technologically advanced inside the car.
Yeah.
You know, it's not that fast of a car, right? It's stuff like, man, like, dude, I want that Porsche truck. I want the Cayenne. You know,
with all the bells and whistles.
with all the bells and whistles.
What?
You know, I want XYZ. I want this big house on the hill. I mean, a bigger house. You know, better finishings, right? Dope man cave. And I know it's like I had to take a step back to actually get that.
Yeah.
So it's like me allowing myself to be in a place where I'm not truly comfortable, so I could push through. So that's me trying to motivate myself, you know. But I also try and draw motivation just from interaction with anybody. I could be anywhere, like on the street. I could be downtown, somewhere at work, and I look for stuff to motivate me. You know, if I see like an old lady try to open the door for me, that's motivation to me. Like, man, I should be opening the door for her. But she's like, no, come on in, baby.
Right,
Let me get you, baby. Come on in.
Right.
And I'm like, dang, you ain't have to do that, but I appreciate your heart and where you at. It's like she doesn't think that she's above just because she's older.
Right.
She wants to do something that she believes that is good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, man, it's like I think I could look at a homeless guy on the street that got a sign that says "God bless you," and I'm like, dang. If I was homeless, I'm not sure if I'd be saying like God bless nobody. I'm like, man, fix my situation.
At least not in the beginning of the homeless.
Not in the beginning.
No. Yo,
like,
let's
sucks,
get out
man.
there.
You know?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be like, you know, got these cheeseburgers, but you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like, hey, no. I'm gonna be like, please, dog, you got a job, bro.
I was gonna say, yeah, you my man. So I wouldn't. If I caught you out here like that, I'd be like, but no, that's real. Especially with, you know, the thing with the old lady opening the door or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just that overall, like, appreciation, common courtesy, like, all those things go a long way. And they can actually help you along the way as well. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, have you ever been in a position, and this is hypothetical, but if you have, you can answer. Have you ever been in a position where you weren't necessarily the most skilled or smartest person in the room? Like, you didn't have all the answers. You didn't have what it took to get whatever accomplished. Mm-hmm. But just who you are, your character, your willingness to learn, and your willingness to accept a certain role or be a certain way toward people. You know what I'm saying? That kept you in the game, so to speak. Yeah. You know, I know a lot of y'all probably finagle some jobs that way. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Just being the person that you are on a positive tip. Everybody taken to that, you know what I'm saying? Then people are willing to work with those type of people. You know
Absolutely.
You get the motivation to look out for those type of people, especially when you got something for them or put them in position.
If I got my own company, I don't want somebody that's super smart that I can't coach to it, where he can, or he's going to maneuver the way I want him to maneuver, him or her, right? Like, I'll take somebody that's eager to learn. Right, and then maneuver in the way in which I want my business to be operated. Yeah, that's who I'm gonna go after.
Yeah,
you know that
makes more sense.
It's
less of a headache too. You know
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, I mean, if you think good metaphor for that, I mean, you think about the best player on basketball or football team or whatever. This guy has got the skill, but he doesn't necessarily have the attitude that what you want to deal with to even. Put this person on you know, on your squad, on your team or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Let's call timeout real quick.
Yeah, we're gonna call it T. Fucking thing. I tightened it up, man. Shit. We was only 10 minutes in.
We just feel bad.
We was rocking.
Alright, it ain't so bad. But I know it looks different from home.
Yeah, you know, you can tell the difference. Try and push it like forward a little bit more than it was. I mean, it might fall forward that time, but
These lights hot as fuck.
I know. It's not as bad now that we sitting down and got started, but
alright,
it will sweat back on.
Alright, yeah.
Damn, I hope it's gonna fuck with that. Whatever. That shit was easy as hell last time.
Yeah, I know it was. You don't have to do shit.
Put the intro on there, put the little graphics, and we was goofy like that.
Yeah.
What? No, not a different topic.
Come back like, yeah, Africa they talking about. Oh, shit.
So yeah, there's always a situation where, you know, you might have a guy that's got the most skill, superstar performer, whatever, whether it's in the boardroom or on the basketball court, but that attitude ain't right, man. There's no the motivation to get you up out of there is what's going to be the case.
That's going to be right.
They have to work with you. Trust me, because nobody wants to deal with an asshole that's unpopular.
It's an at-will employee, y'all.
Exactly.
At-will employee. But you know what? Maybe I can share a couple of things that do motivate me or that I do listen to. Right?
Yeah, bring them up.
So one of the podcasts I enjoy truly, man, is Rich Dad Radio. It was a Robert Kiyosaki type deal. You know, everybody knows Robert Kiyosaki is. He's a rich dad, poor dad guy, right? And I just love the way he uses like his energy and like his charisma to actually like get people like motivated to actually think about why they're investing in stuff. You know, specifically like a 401k. Right. You know, when people don't know hardly nothing about a 401k. Right. You know, what else? Dave Ramsey. Man, I used to hear people like call in and talk about like their debt-free journey. That got me excited. I'm like, man, wow, that could be me. I could do this. Yeah. I could be debt-free. Yeah. You know what I mean? What else, man? Just random stuff like motivational videos, man. I try to find motivation from like a fitness video or like an athletic video. You know, the rise of like an NBA star. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's their journey like? You know, anybody. I take some motivation from anybody, dog.
No, I feel you on that completely. Because I'm a documentary head. I'll watch a documentary before I watch a feature film. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to see the new Iron Man. They got this documentary about whoever and whatever. I'm going to go to that first. You know what I'm saying?
The documentary on dry ice.
There is one.
I don't know.
Oh, no, that's some good shit like that. That's boring. That sounds boring as hell. But, like all those videos, and I mean, not to keep it all the way, like, cliche, but, you know, watching the Showtime is my joint, you know. We ain't got no sponsorship or nothing. I just love those guys. Like, the documentary they did on Ben Simmons, where he clearly told the NCAA, I'm just here because y'all said I got to do 1 year before I go to the league. Like, he told him flat out. Like, I thought that was G.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
It's real ballsy, man.
Yeah, I love that. And you see him balling out.
For sure.
But kind of piggybacking on what you're saying, like, podcasting is like the new wave or whatever right now, whatever you want to say. But the first podcast I actually started listening to was Davey D's Hip Hop Corner. It was in 2005, 2006.
I never heard that, man.
Yeah, he was he used to be a DJ on KMEL radio station out in Cali.
Okay.
And he got fired due to fired or resigned, whatever, due to some janky stuff or whatever.
Okay.
He was one of the true thorough dudes that once he left the radio station and didn't have to play the politics no more, he started his own podcast and started telling what it really was.
Gotcha,
you know what I'm saying? Whether it was industry BS, political BS, you know what I'm saying? That was like cool. And this was the first time I listened to a person actually talk at length, 45 minutes, an hour, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Not really having any guests a whole lot. He had some. And I thought it was kind of lame at that time. But I was like, the information is cool, but I'm like, yeah, this isn't something that the average person would be into. Yeah. And here we go. Let's say that was 05. Here we go 12 years later. Everybody down with the podcast game and everybody's getting into it. Ourselves included, obviously.
Yep.
But again, that was a motivating factor for me because I went to college to get into the broadcast journalism world and did internships at radio stations and all that type of stuff. And I graduated in 05. And I'm hearing this guy in 2005 talking about how BS this radio game is and all this. Everything that we grew up to think, or at least that I grew up thinking, he's shooting it down. I'm like, okay, but this is somebody that's in the game, and he's not coming off like a hater or nothing. He's just telling it like it was.
To keep it real. There's so much more opportunity outside of that.
It is.
This may not be a paycheck at first, but you think about you start out doing something creative that you're passionate about, that you like, You know, keep on doing it. You think ain't nobody watching. You ain't getting no subscribers. You don't have the likes, the thumb up buttons. You're not getting the comments that you want to get. You know, just persevere through all that. You know, look through the storm and just like keep on going, keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. Because after a while, somebody see 60, 70, 80 episodes, they're like, my man's homegirl, they kind of serious.
Something's going on.
You know what I'm saying? Let me hit the what's that little bell, that reminder bell?
Yeah, tell you the alerts,
the post notifications.
The notice.
Turn on those post notifications, right? When we get ready to come on every Tuesday.
Yeah, man. It'll tell you what's coming up. It'll tell you what the episode title is, and what it's about, and all that, and when it drops.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do it, man. That's like you said, when somebody has that much material, and you see the consistency and to some degree that's dedication, like that's motivation for me to look at it and be like, hey, okay, what's going on? Like, I look at I got this from another documentary on Stone's Throw, a record label out of Cali. It's an artist named Dame Funk. His first time dropping, he put out a box set.
A box set?
I want to say it was 5 albums at once.
Damn.
You know how you might have like Michael Jackson's entire catalog will come out in a box set, like so all his albums together.
Gotcha.
This is a dude who ain't had no album before this. He dropped a box set the first time.
That's crazy. I bet there's a lot of garbage on that too.
It probably could be. I ain't listened to all of it, but it's like, damn, who is this dude that got 5 albums out? Like he gotta be somebody. Because don't nobody have no box set unless you, like I said, unless you got a catalog, Mike, Isley Brothers, Isaac Hayes, like guys who got years worth of
people
material.
really trying to check for it.
Exactly. And I checked him out, and I like some of his stuff. You know, I didn't listen to the whole box set. You know what I'm saying? But I listened to enough to know, like, all right, dude's kind of cool.
Right.
But again, like, that's more of a marketing technique, so to speak. But
absolutely,
I was motivated to check it out. Like, all right, man.
So you got you?
You got me, and probably a bunch of other people. Some had to be legit about it.
Yeah, right. You're right.
That's ill, man. And that's kind of my main thing is I like to watch documentaries on, even if it's people that I already know the story about. It's just that I always watch it to find a little nuances or maybe the one story or scenario that I didn't know about. Like we sit here and we know everything that we do about MLK, Malcolm X, these guys. But they drop a new documentary every so often, and you gotta watch it again.
And you think to yourself, like, I knew that, but I didn't know such and such.
Exactly.
Or I didn't quite understand what they were talking about.
Exactly.
Right? Now you're a little bit older, a little bit wiser.
Yeah, that too.
Even now, right? If maybe not now, but like 5 years ago when I was 29 years old, if I heard like Jiggy Man, Reasonable Doubt, right? I'm like, damn, it sounds so much different from what it did when I was like 25.
Yeah.
And from 25 it was so much different from what it was when I was 19.
Yeah.
And then from like 17. I'm
When
like,
it came out, we was 12 and 13 years old. So it was like we was listening to it from those years, that mindset. And as time goes on and you start to get wiser, you start to grow, you start to have experiences of your own.
yeah.
You're like, oh, okay, that which I thought was this.
Yeah.
That's, okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's just like when you watch a movie for the 30th time and you see some little detail like, oh, I didn't even know that was so-and-so
Look
back
at my
there.
man's shoe. You
Yeah.
got such and such.
Look at them joints bummy as hell or whatever the case would be.
True that, man.
It's always something, man. But one thing I love to do is, like I said, watch those docs. And at this point, like, and this is about to be some weirdo stuff, man, but like, music is a motivator in itself. Like,
For sure.
everybody knows this, but when you actually in the creative space, it's a lot different. Like, I'm not the most like hop up and down, energetic dude in the world.
You're not good. Yeah.
But you'd be surprised how I act in here sometimes when I'm working on stuff. You know what I'm saying?
You go, yes!
Yeah. You know, not like that exactly, but you know what I'm saying? Everybody that knows me, y'all know how like even killed and coasting I be. But you'd be surprised if I set a camera on myself when I came up with something I thought was really ill. Like it's almost like an event. It's almost like Christmas morning.
We should
you know
do
what I'm
that.
saying? I probably should do that. You know what I'm saying? It's like I almost am putting together a music video for the joint. You know what I'm saying? Like,
True that.
yeah, all right,
The
yeah.
making of.
I'm gonna come up with a dance to this shit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just all these silly ass ideas that I have, man. But when you get that right combination of all the elements You know what I'm saying? Even in some cases, man, where it's like you overproduce or you overdo it, and sometimes you put something in there that don't need to be. But just that experience when you know you're owning something, like that's the greatest motivator in the world, man. Like,
it is.
And then icing on the cake is just people on the back end when they hear it, they're accepting of it. They feel the same way you feel about it, maybe not as strongly, but they in tune with it too. That's icing on the cake. But the foundation is, man, when you put it together, man, it's just something just go through you. Like, God, it's like a shockwave.
That's true. That's true.
Ugh. And then, you heard, first time you heard, like, one of your favorite records, you know what I'm saying? First couple seconds, you was like, okay.
You just knew it was good.
Yeah, you just know.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. Like, it motivates you to bob your head. Like, music is, in that way, if I'm blasphemous, whatever, we can argue about this later. It's like spiritual to me, almost. You know what I'm saying? Because it does something to you that, for better or worse, better most times, it makes you do things. You know what I'm saying? It makes you bob your head.
Yes,
Ain't nobody telling you you're supposed to do this when the song come on.
You just know to do it. Your body takes you there.
Yeah.
That's how I feel with like Will Smith Summertime. You know?
Dude.
Yeah, I do. I like
Oh,
it.
okay. No, that's probably he got 3 songs that I actually really like.
I know it is. Though. You can't not be a hip hop fan and you don't like Summertime.
If you don't like Summertime, you just don't like Will Smith for some other reason. It ain't got nothing to do with that.
For sure.
Y'all, hate it. Whatever.
Yeah, it's like, I don't want to get off into,
Yeah, we're not here to do top 5
Yeah,
or
we're
like
on top 5.
best hip hop songs of all time.
Yeah,
that's not going down. But that's ill though. That makes people feel. It's like how can one song make all these people rush to a dance floor? Or how can one song make all these people rush to Spotify and stream it?
Yeah.
Or back in the days, rush to the record store and pay.
That's how you know you got a hit
for it. Yeah,
it's timeless music.
it is.
It's timeless.
And sometimes it's forced, but
Right.
different discussion.
Right. Like, how do you create timeless art? Right.
Well, one way is to not timestamp it.
What you mean? Put like a Gucci belt in there?
Well, that's
What you mean?
to a
What you
lesser
mean?
degree, but put it like this: don't create a song and say, "Yeah, so and so coming through for the 9-4." Don't put the year.
It's like Juvenile.
Yeah. Come on now, like yeah.
9-5.
Don't do that.
Gotcha.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
That way it can live on. I used to tell all the artists that I work with, I used to tell them, we're going to make timeless music. And I'm not saying timeless in arrogance, saying that it's going to just be the greatest thing ever. But I'm saying, if you hear this song 7 years from now, the only way you would know it was created 7 years ago.
This is somebody saying something.
If somebody said something, and we're not going to say it.
Yeah.
So let's say it like that. But, yeah, man. And good transition from there is timeless music is also like setting yourself up for doing what you got to do now, setting yourself up for the future. You know what I'm saying? And that's a motivation in itself, too. Because you think about, we in our early 30s, early to mid 30s right now.
Yeah.
And we think about, I don't really think too far ahead, but I definitely like to give myself at least 5 years. Like, if what I'm doing, what I want to be doing 5 years from now, and if not, what do I need to do right now to make sure this isn't it? You know, even if it's something that's working to my benefit right now.
Yeah.
Maybe I just want to switch it up
Right.
at that point.
Right. I guess it's define that, right? I guess we as people, we gotta say to ourselves, okay, what do we want to be doing 5 years from now? Like, write it down, look at it, put it in the refrigerator. I'm pretty sure it's something that we all could be doing now, today,
Yeah, working toward that.
working towards it, or it's probably stuff that we could do now that is what we want to be doing.
Yeah.
Right? For instance, like, I wanted to do something creative. I wanted to, create content. Right?
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily getting paid for content creation, but I'm creating content.
Yeah.
Whether I am on YouTube on Financial Idiots, or whether I'm on this podcast on Organized Progression, whether I'm on Detroit Unveiled, making little mini docs.
Yeah.
It's like I'm creating content, right?
Resume.
It's my resume.
Yeah.
It's a builder.
It's like being an intern almost.
Yeah.
This is what you want to do. This is where you want to go.
For sure.
And nobody's going to hire you just off the application. You know what I'm saying? The
Nope.
application is the work that you put in. And most people know that, but, we're speaking to a broad audience. So I think, at least, But, yeah, you got to put in the work early on. And like you said, if you want to be a content creator and you don't necessarily have all the glitz and the glamour, and mind you, we don't want to bore y'all with the details of how we do the podcast, where we do it, or how we come together with it. But trust me, if you knew all the details that go into it, and you were thinking about doing something like this, come on, man, it ain't no excuses. I'm gonna just leave it at that. But yeah, like you said, you wanted to create content, and you just did it. You know what I'm saying? You just went on the webcam and did the screen grab and the live video thing.
For sure.
And I'm like, okay, you're doing it.
Yeah. That's it.
He's doing it.
That's it.
That's what you got to do. Some people wait till somebody else is actually doing what it is they want to do, and then sometimes it works out to their benefit. Some people that gets them motivated. Some people motivated to hate on it.
Yeah.
So it's like which direction you want to go.
Yeah. I'll share this, man. Like back in when was this, man? Back when Nicki Minaj was really starting to make a name for herself. Had a little website called me and a couple other friends called Campus Life is Crazy.
I remember.
Right? So
like 2009, 10?
Somewhere around there.
Okay.
Yeah. And I had contacted Nicki Minaj's manager at the time, and I had she okayed for like an interview. Like, cool. I made it sound bigger than like what we was. You know what I mean? So I made it sound good. So she was like, sure, like what exact time do you want to get this done? We have this schedule blocked off for this day. How does this work? And we was working with an individual, and they didn't want to necessarily do the interview. And I was like, oh man.
Yeah, you said the manager didn't want to do it?
No, like the guy we was working with didn't want to do the interview. So from that point, I was like, you know what? If it's a vision that I have, that I see creatively, I can't wait on somebody else. Yeah. No fault to that person, right? Because he didn't want to do it, right? But I got to make sure if I want to see something done, it's like, it's some like cliche. It's like you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. Right. It's like sometimes you just got to do the shit yourself.
You do.
And so you live and you learn. Didn't need the interview. Because I was like, this is not me. This is not who I see myself as. Yeah. Right? I see myself as being behind the scenes. Right. And like now being in front of the camera, like years ago, I'd have been like, I don't know. It's kind of
somebody else step in and do it.
Give me that, that stunt double. Step in. You know what I'm saying? What did I say though? Ever thought that Hov would sell clothing? Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
something like that.
It was wedged in between.
Yeah. Man,
that kind of ill. Was it? They didn't. Why did they want to do it? If you don't mind me asking. If you remember,
it wasn't. They weren't a big fan.
Oh, okay.
They weren't a big fan.
Okay. No, so they was trying to keep it all the way.
Because they weren't excited about it. They didn't feel emotional. Yeah, it was a person. And I feel you. Sometimes, like especially when we're new to a certain space, they were kind of new to the space as well, right? But I can understand it's like if you're not excited about it, it might not come off good.
Right.
You might half-ass it, which we don't want in general. But interesting.
No, I get you.
Yeah.
We talk about
that. So let me ask you, man. As far as you, what motivates you? What gets you going? What do you pop on your ears, man, to get you in the zone, to make you feel good, to where you're going to knock something great out the park, man?
Man, honestly, the greatest motivation is when, this is a weird thing to most, but I've been in several predicaments where a record of mine was being played, and I'm not like an artist, I don't rap and stuff like that. I'm not like trying to be, hey, look at me. But
he is a rapper.
No, I'm a writer. I can write.
You're a rapper too.
Hit me up if you need something to collab. But
rapper.
Sweet. I've been in plenty of situations where a song of mine, without a track, whatever, I'm writing, playing, and people No,
Yeah, I'm sweet.
Okay.
All right.
Comment section. Let me know
comment
how y'all
section.
felt about that there.
Yeah.
But seeing a crowd or a room of people's reaction to something when there's no bias, because again, if I'm sitting in a room and a song gets played, you don't know I'm a part of it, I can genuinely see.
You're looking at people's faces.
How you feel.
Or
Yeah.
like this.
Are they just going to the bar to get another drink? Are they going to the bathroom on it? Are they just leaning over trying to get on the chick they're trying to talk to? Or are they like, what's this?
Okay.
I never heard that.
When people hear some music that be kind of sweet, they be like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, look
what
up.
is that?
Okay.
Like, I know myself personally. Like, I find myself, and thank God for Shazam, I find myself stopping in the middle of department stores and shoe stores and stuff trying to figure out what joint this is. 'Cause I've never heard of Shazam to get you together.
Shazam?
But, yeah, man, like, seeing that is always a good feeling.
Yeah.
And then the other thing would be when you put something together and you send it out to your, because I'm sure all producers, all rappers, singers, everybody, they got their group of people.
Yeah.
Whether it's 5 or 15 or 5,500, however many.
Right.
When they create something new, they send it out to the group.
Yeah.
Anonymously at times,
Right.
too. It could be the middle of the night. And then when you get that feedback,
He was like, check this out.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and it's just like, yo, that's dope. But I like if you do this right here, or put this right here, or take this out. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? And honestly, man, my peers, not meaning like the other people that do this, but like the people I actually talk to, have confidence in. Like, you one of the people that actually value your opinion.
Thank
when
you,
it comes
man.
to music. You know what I'm saying? I don't really, I mean, no disrespect to everybody else that I'm cool with and all that, but I don't really talk to a whole lot of people about what I do. I don't really share a lot of what I do with them because, you know, it's just like, yeah, that's tight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get the homeboy answer, so,
Yeah.
or homegirl answer sometimes. But you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Send it out to your folks, man. That's all I need. I'm a humble guy. So if I get one person to say it's hot, hey, man, I'm on top of the world.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
And then the third and short, you know, when the check show up.
And then check show up. That's also great. That's also great, dog.
Yeah, be like, yeah, let's do some more.
Yeah, man.
Let's put a couple more of those together.
Let's do it. We gotta keep this coming, man. You started thinking if I could get another one out that's doing numbers at the same rate. Then after they get another one out, the numbers the same rate. You start projecting in the future. It's like, man, it's sustainable. And then you know what? I could live off of this.
Yeah.
You know?
And you know, taking the money that you get from that, whether it's a few dollars here or if it's a big check or whatever, or it's a big hit, whatever, man. Taking that and looking into other avenues, you know what I'm saying, like crypto.
Yeah.
Like, let me take one royalty check and dedicate that to Bitcoin. See how I can make that flip. And then take the next royalty check and, you know, because I've done almost everything that I wanted to do. Speaking about financial freedom, you know what I'm saying, we talked about on a previous episode, like, I was taking my royalty checks and tearing up my student loans. Tearing the bitches up. Got rid of it. Top of this year. You know what I'm saying? So now it's on to the next thing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that's motivating in itself. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I can do this. I feel good about doing it no matter what. When I wasn't making no money off of it, I was feeling good doing it, just putting something together and how it sounded, how it came out. But then the next step was getting paid from it. And the next step was taking the payment, getting rid of debt. The next step is now I'm out of that debt. How can I make this money just flip a few times, 4 times, 5 times? You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna make it flip.
Yeah. You gotta make it happen.
We're gonna make it flip.
Make it happen.
Hey.
I ain't gonna be out here. I ain't gonna be in that boat with the rest of them when they trying to jump on the bandwagon at the tail end.
We'll make it flip.
We kind of there already because it's starting to become mainstream from what I see.
That ain't nothing but space and opportunity.
It's right.
Just space.
Internet is a big world.
Opportunity.
So what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna get in with it or not? Shout out to everybody on Facebook. I know that y'all don't like being spammed, but I don't have nothing else to tell y'all. other than this is my weekly outlet right here for y'all. I don't no knock to the people that do it. I don't have time to go on there and type, yo, the Detroit Pistons is coming up this season. Like, I honestly don't think y'all care that I even talk about that type of stuff. And I don't even know if y'all really even care to have that discussion. So I take this time every week, every Friday, we drop on a Tuesday, tell y'all what's on my mind for the whole week. Concentrated conversation because all the other stuff is unnecessary.
Yeah.
And give it to y'all. Yeah. This is my Facebook post for 7 days.
For 7 days.
I ain't got nothing else to say after this until the next Tuesday come around, okay? So, like, subscribe, hit us up. musicbypro.com is my website. We're working on some things, too. We're in the process of putting together a music video for one of the songs on the upcoming project. I'm going to just keep it at that right now because we're still working on the particulars, getting the plan together, getting the script, quote-unquote, together as well. We already know what song we're going to do.
I rap too, by the way.
His name is Slim Lottie. His rap name. I just made that up right now. He gonna go by it.
Yeah, I'm gonna spit, man. I saw something like a mixture between Talib Kweli, Mos Def, and Kanye West. Like when I'm rapping by myself, like in the car.
Okay.
Also, like when I'm in like the bathroom, when I'm rapping, I look in the mirror like the serious, I be spitting.
You spitting,
you know.
Like you be going like 100 bars at a time.
No man, 200 bars.
2.
Yeah, it's something like the game don't even do.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
10 straight minutes.
No, 13. 13 minutes.
Why not?
Yes, dog.
Okay.
Go hard, man.
Thanks.
I'm gonna give you something right now.
Okay.
No.
I was about to move and let him do it because I ain't heard him. I ain't heard him rap. I ain't heard you rap in a long time.
Yeah.
We rapped before though.
Yeah, that was good.
It was me, you, and Chris.
I was like good.
I don't remember, dog. I'm gonna tell you how long ago this was.
Good.
I'm gonna tell you how long ago this was. Old boy had just dropped. Cameron. So it was 02 maybe. That was last time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we
got you.
We was busting a freestyle over the old boy beat.
Oh, that was probably hot garbage.
It probably was.
Hot garbage.
It probably was. It was fun, man. It's fun things to do.
Yeah.
Have fun, man. So farewell to the anti-hero. I think we only got one more. We're gonna flip a coin for it. And
no, I got one right here, bro.
I'm sure.
He drunk.
Yeah, no.
2 beers, 6.5 alcohol, and he twisted.
Those of y'all that know me know that ain't true.
All right, so before we're gonna wrap it up. What else can we talk about, dog?
What's going on, man? We can do it. We can go wherever we gotta go.
What can we do, man? What can we give y'all? Give me like 6 seconds to actually think of something real quick. Let your brain work, man. Put the brain power together.
I mean, you want to stick on topic, or you want to go?
We can stick on topic, but we could kind of not, but we kind of
not go into orbit. We just want to like
yeah.
What you call it when they actually get in outer space? When they slow down and they start this. I don't know what they call it. Whatever. I'm in outer space apparently.
It's fucking retarded.
Yeah, man. It's. I can show you better. I can tell you.
Okay. All right. Hey. So right now we just freestyling. What we initially thought about was exactly over, but maybe. Hold up. We'll get together, dog. I feel like talking. Right. I feel like talking.
Let's go.
So
this will be the bonus footage.
Bonus footage, man. It's all right. As far as motivation, like how you say dedicated to be motivated, right? How you say dedicated and motivated? Because I think that's a real question. Because I mean, we could easily be motivated when we feel good, but it's days where we're like, man, I'm a little sad, I'm a little depressed. I'm like, fuck the world. Yeah. I'm gonna go hide. Like, how do you get, get past yourself, get past how you feel, and do the job that needs to be done?
It's that laziness, so to speak.
Yeah.
One thing I like to do is, depending on the circumstances, like say if it's a situation where I have to get up or I'm not going to get paid, or I'm gonna miss out on an opportunity, I always think about the time or a time when I wasn't afforded that opportunity. How frustrated I was with not even being in that position.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I have an opportunity to submit or be a part of a film, a show, whatever, somebody's album or something like that, and I find myself getting lazy for whatever reason, I think about 12 years ago, 13 years ago, when this wasn't even a possibility. And how I was so on, like, oh man, if
I had this.
Yeah.
Now we got it.
Yeah. Now
Might
you
as
acting
well do
like
it.
you don't want it. Like, what is your problem? Like,
Yeah.
why are you acting
Right.
like this? You know.
Right.
And that's all it takes typically. Unless I'm just in a funk, like if I'm in a bad mood or something, or just something like personally going on wrong with me, then that's a different story. But when it just comes to sheer fatigue and laziness in some regard, yeah, you just got to think back to the time when it wasn't a possibility.
For sure.
That'll scare you right about your damn laziness.
Yeah.
Like, all right, let's just go ahead and do it, because it could be a situation where you might not be afforded this opportunity again, man. Remember YOLO? Remember you used to say that?
Yeah.
I think we used
You
to
only
be
live once.
Yeah, man.
You only live YOLO.
This opportunity only gonna live once. In my mind, I like to think
Yeah.
of things as an emergency type of thing. Like, this is the last time it might happen. You know what I'm saying? And to some people, that's a jacked up mentality to have.
No, that's real.
Yeah, it is a reality. That could be the case. So what you
Yeah.
gonna do with it? You gonna take advantage of this, or are you gonna sit around and say, "I catch the next one," and then the next one will never come? You know what I'm saying?
Never come.
Yeah. But that's a good question, though.
I know.
We'll let me hear your response.
All right, basically, what kind of gets me out of my state, man, because a lot of times after coming home, like, I might work like a 60-hour work week, 58, 60-hour work week, like, give or take.
That's disrespectful to the human body.
That's disrespectful, dog. I want to slap everything that got to do with my, not everything. Anyways.
A lot of things.
Right. I vision myself talking to my grandkids, right? This is me. I could literally see myself talking to my grandkids. And I'm telling them, well, man, I wanted to do such and such with my life. I wanted to, to create some documentaries, and I wanted to help introduce people to a better financial future, but I never got along to it.
Yeah.
That's what scares me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, dude, I don't want to be that guy.
No.
So I see him, and I just wake up in like a cold sweat, and I'm like, dog, you like, Jerry, like today.
Nobody wants to be that.
I worked like an 11-hour day.
Correct.
Came home, did some stuff, dropped the kids off, right? And now I'm over here. Dog, right now it's Friday night. It's about what, 9:30ish. I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning, working. Now I'm still working, but this is just the work that I want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This
It's
is
cheap
like,
for that.
I would love for stuff like this to replace, like my income. This is one of the things that I want to replace my current income.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So why wouldn't I, give this an effort? You know what I'm saying? I'd be a damn fool to not, hey, dog, I'm not going to make it because I'm a little sleepy. Man, dog, if I said that, dog, check me, dog. You like, dude, you being a bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You want what out of life?
Yeah.
Bro, you're not going to get it like that.
No, that's true. That's
So,
true.
I look for that. Then for like the creative side, even for like the part of me that's like, man, I just want to, learn as much about like finances and bring it to people. So like, instead of watching, a movie, and I'm like a movie buff, instead of like watching a movie, I'm not saying instead of watching a movie, I'd be at home, the Netflix on, with like some earphones on, I'm on my phone, and my laptop, and I got a TV, y'all.
Yeah.
Because I'm ADD, right?
Yeah, what's going
I think
on
I listen
here?
to everything, So I'm floating on websites on my phone,
You missing everything.
on my laptop,
Yeah.
and I got a TV on. The TV on is just on for a momentarily break from the work,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I might leave the work away for like 3-4 minutes at a time, focus on the TV, and then I'm back.
Right back on.
Right, then I'm right back on it. Right, that's how I work. So it's like I'm searching for something that I could put $60 in and so give me $1,000 in a month's time, right? And I'm like, this is nuts.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't believe this happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog. Like, how can we make this grow? How can I get this out? How can I talk to people about this? 'Cause I think, like, other people need to know. There's people out there that got way more money than me, right?
Yeah.
That still might be. I should say there's people that earn way more than me, right? They can still be living like paycheck to paycheck. You know,
It's true.
you can make $200,000 and live paycheck to paycheck. You know, I'm like, okay, this right here can kind of help free them up.
Yeah.
This guy can kind of help the Burger King dude get freed up, the CVS dude to get freed up, the nurse to help get freed up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like anybody, it can kind of help, man. It's just something missing income.
Ain't nothing like stress. And I don't know the statistic on it, but I'm sure a large portion of the people who are stressed out is due to finances.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's one of the key things, man. Like you said, whether you earning a lot more or a little bit more than what you were, or whether you're able to clear out the debt that's been haunting you for however long. Either way you going, clearing the debt or just making more money, I'm telling you, I'm sure it's going to bring you to a different sort of happiness or a little bit more ease, I'll say. I ain't going to say money makes you happy because we know that's not entirely true, but it'll ease the pain a little bit, you know what I'm saying? It'll relieve some of that stress that you got on your shoulders.
I'll say this too. Even for our age bracket, all right, we 34 years old. Anybody close to our age kind of knows or should be figuring out, like, okay, how much do I need to retire? What kind of lifestyle do I want to live? Right. Even though I know a lot of us aren't thinking like that, you know, but we got to say to ourselves, like, okay, how much do I need? If we look at our 401k website, it tells us, like, where we at, where the projected income would be, you know,
where you could be.
What we could be, like, put this much more in, right? Mm-hmm. So we look at that. Damn, hold on, I got a brain fart. Hold on. All right. So, all right, we look at that. When we look at that, and we think to ourselves, we can get stressed out. Like, we can have a surplus every month. We can still, like, go on a vacation every year, right? We still drive a decent car, right? Yeah. But at the same time, you like, damn, I fall short of this. So it's say I need to be investing $800 a month, $900 a month into my 401k, and you like, damn, if I do that, man, I can't have this car, right? I can't go on a particular vacation if I had this car. Yeah. So you get stressed because you're not saving enough. You know what I'm saying? So, dog,
it's true.
Buy Bitcoin and don't worry about it.
Right. Or there's a couple other things you can do too, but we ain't talking about those. We're here for this.
Yeah, I mean, you could. Yeah,
man, get into it. Get into whatever you got to do. Like, we're not sitting here. We're not going to try to stress you out over trying to get into Bitcoin. I mean, that's what we are here to talk about. But the main point of the motivation is to motivate you to start thinking differently. Whether it is finding an investment platform or whether it is starting to get people to think about maybe either not spending or spending in a different way or prioritizing or, just holding back and taking care of business so you can get out of that situation. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing worse than being in severe debt and still spending as if you don't have to pay this other thing off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate that. I hate seeing people do that, and I hate hearing people talk about not having no money when they just constantly doing the wrong thing and same thing. Like, I'm not a financial advisor at all, but I consider myself.
You are.
I consider myself pretty savvy.
You are.
You know what I'm saying?
You're a financial advisor.
Well, I am.
Because we don't let nobody else. We listen to maybe what somebody says, then we take that, we break that down. We think on that. We do our own due diligence. We have our research, and we are our own financial advisors. You are a financial advisor. I am my own. You know what I'm saying? I might want to spit a couple jewels, get y'all thinking, crack that brain open, Because you think, like, nobody who really made an impact in the world thought like everybody else. Nobody.
You got to think outside the box. And stop, like, doing that sheep thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to read and listen to other people and and take bits and pieces of what people do, but don't do the sheep thing. And when I say the sheep thing, that means like adopting somebody's entire thought process and doctrine and whatever, and just taking that and making it your own or claiming it to be your own. Like, take what you hear, listen to what you listen to, dissect it. It's just like eating food. Like, your body is different from the next person. You eat this, that person eat the same thing, your body's going to react differently. He might be able to absorb everything. You might absorb certain particles, and then the rest of it, your body's not going to agree with. That's the same thing when it comes to motivating somebody and advice and other documents and things that you can read. Like, take what's necessary for you in your situation, because we're all different. We're all in different predicaments. Take that, apply it to your life, and see how it works for you. And if some of it works, cool. Weed out the bad parts of it, get rid of it, move on. If all of it works, take that, and then move on to the next thing too. It's just that simple.
Since we're talking about that, man, what you got, or what you want to do to get you to another level?
What I feel like I need to do, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it before the weather breaks again.
Oh, cause I thought you was going to leave it there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I was about to slap you.
I can't do it. Yo. After all that being said, I can't do nothing. It's the worst episode ever. Like,
come on,
this shit is some fun. It's like the evangelist that come on in the middle of the night selling you that bull.
It'd be like Cameron pulling my man's about the car, man, pay the fool.
It would, yeah. It'd be like that pastor that used to come on in the middle of the night. He used to scream and sell you the Blue Land prayer packages. Man, Kearney Thomas, he was horrible.
Man,
but
I feel like he was with. Never mind.
Yeah, but one thing that I do plan on doing, which I actually did have plans to do, but personal things got in the way. Serious personal things got in the way. But I am gonna spend some time in LA next first quarter of this coming year. You know, I'm gonna go out there and do that. I got some people that I need to meet people I know, phone, email, that I've never even seen in person. So I'm gonna go there. We're gonna do a tour. Not tourist tour, but you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna do a tour of people that I need to meet, people I need to be around, and I think that'll open up a whole lot for me. It's just one of those things that I've always had in the back of my mind. It's just that I couldn't do it when I actually planned on doing it because of emergency situations, family emergencies. But that's gonna be my next actual step, and doing something different than what I'm doing here currently. You know what I'm saying? Because what I'm doing is cool. Opportunity's cool, and I'm grateful for it. But you know what I'm saying? After you do get a taste of something for so long, you want to move on to the next thing, next step.
Yeah.
And, better the situation. So if I can get that popping, I can get my foot in the door, start meeting these people that I actually need to be working with directly.
Because a lot of times I think it's all about politics, man. You got to get in somebody's face that instead of like being like over the phone or like email, just because your song could. Your music or your product could be better than this person over here. Their product, whatever it is that they got to offer, right? But they around, they in their face, they getting seen, they can touch them. They don't know about you, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, it's nice, but I'm cool with him or her, so I'm putting them on. You know what I'm saying?
Right here.
If you could get over here to me and I can meet you, I can touch you, then. We can do business. Now, to the end, it's like, we see how I applaud you. You know, that's a big step. I got my hand out.
I didn't know what that was. I thought you was doing. I thought you was doing the gesture. Hey, you know what's funny about that? Because I saw it, but I'm so good at what I do that I was still looking at you directly in the face. I saw the hand down there, but I still wasn't.
Nigga, that's because you got peripheral vision.
No.
Duh.
No. Most people.
It's like this.
No. Most people.
I see all this.
No.
I'll look over there. I can look at you. Yeah, I look at
you
over
can.
Here at the same time. See what I'm saying?
You can do that, but most people, when they're in front of the lights, they all over the place. They like.
So I'm doing everything you're doing. I'm looking around. Yeah, you're right.
I'm trying to tell you the game, man.
No, that's good.
I've been through this.
That's good.
I've been through this, man. I'm not a pro, but I am pro.
You are a pro.
That's a white
He said, I'm not a pro, but I am.
That's a white
I'm not a pro.
Hey, you.
Hold on.
No,
Hold on.
It got to be a commercial. It has to be a product. Has to be slammed down after you say that. Like an ice cold beer or something.
Yeah.
It has to be.
So, yeah, man. So, that's what you got coming in the near future.
Yeah, man. I love LA. I just need to get back out there and spend some real time. That's all.
All right.
Brush fires, though. Gotta wait till that's over.
Yeah.
No disrespect.
So out of that, you expect the relationships that you have already to blossom,
Yeah.
right? Hopefully, meet more, get even more inspired, come home, create. The production value gets even better, you know, and then you're off to the races. You know, I'm pretty sure when you're able to get out there and touch them, they're able to give you a little more game, give you a little more insight to what some things that's possibly coming up. Because you're in the office, y'all out to lunch, y'all doing stuff.
Right. Or it could be all bullshit, but I can see through that too.
Well, yeah, man. I mean, but at least we gotta try because, you know, it's like, I don't know, that industry kind of funny money. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, hey, what you gonna do for me? You know what I'm saying? It might be like one of that, what's that guy name? That was just messing with the people?
Weinstein.
Might be how one of
Oh,
these.
shit, it's like 20 of them now.
Yeah.
At this point, everybody getting called out from Washington, D.C. to
Russell Simmons get called out?
Russell Simmons. Yeah.
Oh, that's sad. Well, that's another day.
Yeah, he kind of didn't apologize. He didn't admit it. He apologized for situations, though. So, I guess to some people that's an admission of guilt, I guess.
Yeah.
It's pretty rough.
Yeah, it is.
But the upside to that is I'm not in a position where I have or feel like I have to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sure.
I'm good.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm 19, 20 years old and I got $20 left. I don't have nothing. I don't have no skills other than this.
No, but you're not good. You're not good.
No, I'm good in the sense that I don't feel like I got to do nothing crazy like that.
Okay.
Because some people do that because they feel like that's the only way.
Okay, I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
I can think of a few other things. Probably like 15 other things. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's never a way to go. Because you got to play yourself.
Because that's like Weinstein saying, like, hey, you want something? You got to give me something. Right? And you like this, like, damn. You look in your pocket, you pull out that wallet.
Or you don't have a wallet.
You know, you just like, oof, man.
You got an ID,
and you like,
a Sam's Club card,
what you want me to do?
and a Walgreens coupon wrapped in a rubber band.
What you want me to do?
Right. What was that old song? You gotta use what you got.
You gotta use what you got. Man,
yeah, that's real. That's real life out here now. Fortunately.
That's a bad look.
And that don't go very far.
That's a bad look.
Yeah, because all you're gonna do is get a label.
Yeah.
Hole.
Yeah.
We're not talking about women. We're talking about people who do that, man.
Yeah.
Holes out here too.
Yeah.
It's real talk.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we never do all that. But that's the next step, man, for me. And obviously still plugging away with what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
With submissions, reaching out. I'm actually working with another company right now. I'm not going to shout them out because nothing's happened yet.
Okay.
It's only been about 6 days.
Oh,
But
brand new.
Yeah. Working with another company who, ironically,
this is breaking news.
I was going through old emails because my Gmail is damn near full. That's just how my life is when it comes to
40,000 emails.
It's a lot of them, dog. I was going through old emails and I'd come across this company that I was recommended to, but never actually went through with it because I was doing so many other things.
Yeah.
So I've been talking with them for the past few days, probably since the last episode dropped. So we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah. Should be fun.
That's what's up. Man. I'm excited for you, man. I want to see you grow, man. I want to see your career, your drive, man, your ambition, your creativity blossom like a beautiful flower.
I appreciate it, man. I want y'all to see it too. I want y'all to stick with us, and I want y'all to hang around with evolution and the progression. Well, what you got going on next with, even if it's not the next step, what's the new haps, so to speak? That's What's going on? What's going
All
on?
right.
You out there?
All right, like for me, since I said like I really love like the content creation, man, and it's crazy because every time I sit down for the first time in the day and I get in front of the camera, I'm kind of like I feel like it was like in high school before a basketball game. I'm a little nervous, like I gotta get shake the bugs off,
Okay.
you know. But I really enjoy this right here. I really enjoy the content creation. So, like my goal is to have multiple platforms where I'm able to be creative, right? And bring value to like whatever it is that I'm trying to the message that I have, right? Whether it's being like a documentary about something in Detroit, whether it's being like a little new mini movie that I plan on making in the
New NEW.
NEW.
Okay.
Not
NUDE. I legit knew.
I want to put it. No, not dude.
Think hard.
Not dude, bro.
I don't know what kind of-
It's on
All right, Sean. Organize.
We'll give you this new flick, man. You know, it's
You're
like,
like, all right, bro. You my man, but I'm
cast and couch.
I'm
You
like,
know, but no, man. Like a new, like little mini movie that I want to, knock out, by the end of the summer,
That's tight.
18, to like taking like what I'm doing, like even like I'm like me being in cryptocurrency, like me rethinking my game plan, me touching more people, getting out more people, getting in different avenues, right? And just take what I'm doing and stop bullshitting and really just, instead of making it like, here's an extra grand like this month, so hey, I could do this and this, right? And I can make an extra $5 this month. Right. And I want to see that $5 turn to $7. Yeah. Well, not turn to $7, but I want the $5 I make this month. Next month I want to take that to $7. Right, gotcha. Next month I want to take that to $9. Next month I want to take that to $20.
It's all like cool.
You know what I'm saying? and the craziest thing is like, I want to be rich as hell, right? This is real talk.
No, it is.
I thought it would be so like whack to say like I want to be rich as hell, but it's like I don't want to be just rich as hell just for me, just because I want to drive the new Bentley that's getting ready to come out, right? Because like that boy Cole, like I want to, like it's not just because I want some nice stuff in my crib, you know what I'm saying? I want a heated floor in my bathroom, right? That might be dope. That's gonna be dope, but I really want to get to a place where I can help other people get to a place. Yeah. I really want to be in a place to where I can help people, right? A broke person cannot help another broke person who needs to pay their rent. No. A broke person cannot buy books for children at a school that needs books. It's a damn shame when you live in a city where your kids can't even take home books because they don't have enough books for all the kids.
And they gotta lock them up.
You got 30 kids in the class.
You gotta lock the books up in the
class. And you got 20 books. Yeah. Kids sharing books in class. That's not cool. So I want to be rich as hell so I can actually give back.
I agree with that too, and I feel you on that. I want to be the type of person, but I'm so hands-on. Not saying you aren't, but this is something I thought about. That same example, I want that stealth richness, that stealth wealth, where it's like
stealth wealth.
I got
that shit rhymes.
bread.
That's like rapper in you.
Maybe. I want that stealth where it's like I got bread, but you don't know it.
I got you.
So that way I could be the dude that's helping the kids out with the school supplies and having enough textbooks and having freaking central air in the school when it's getting close to the summertime because most of these schools wasn't built with it. Mm-hmm. And I want to be the dude that got that. And I could walk through that school during the daytime. Nobody knows that I'm the guy that's got the money behind all these situations. See my money working the way that I wanted it to work. I want to see all 30 of them kids have them books. Mm-hmm. I want to see if the principal snatching out the cookie jar, you know what I'm saying, fire his ass, you know what I'm saying? I want to be able to see that type of situation. I've always been a low-key background dude behind the scenes, even though it's kind of hard because I'm like taller than most people. But when I say
you just stand out, it's like you just stand out. It's gonna be hard for you to for people not to notice you.
Right, but it depends on what type. It also depends on how you're acquiring your wealth as well.
That's true.
If you're getting it from certain means, it's always like if you're a basketball player, if you're a
People know
football
you got
player,
money.
people are gonna know.
People know. Yeah.
If you're a musician, people will know. Well, in some regards, but if you're doing it through BitConnect or cryptocurrency, like people are not gonna they're not gonna know at all. Really?
Unless you're the one that's out here looking to get people involved and to spread the word, right? And it's kind of like I thought about that too, right? I was like, man, I don't know if I want to do this. And I thought, like, dude, this is where my life is going, in front of a camera, right? Whether it's 20 people or 20,000 people, that a 2 and a 0 are going to know are going to see it, and they're going to say like, okay, I know this guy from being in front of a camera. Right. He gets in front of a camera, right, and he talked to me about X, Y, and Z. Right. You know, so I think it's like it was like I had like an epiphany, right? It was like one day I just said, hey, fuck the bullshit. Just work. And work is not even work when you like it.
No, it's not.
It's like this is work, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, this is like, man, this is me hanging out with my guy. You know what I'm saying? We drinking brews, kicking it, talking it, y'all sharing our this is vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how much, like, many people was like, dog, man, I can't, man, I'm too cool, man. I can't be this vulnerable, man. I you know, it's, shit, man. This muffler is messed up on his car, you know. He has a 20-year-old car, but you know, I do have a 20-year-old car. You know what I'm saying? But my 20-year-old car gets into point A to point B, right? But I also have cryptocurrency. I'm also rich up here. I ain't rich in the pockets yet. You know.
Also, you don't have a $30,000 auto loan on your head either.
No, I don't.
Whereas the dude with the new joint, yeah, he's staring down a barrel of a $30,000 gun.
Yeah, you know what? That's all perspective too, man. Because like, it is, because he's on auto loan. You're on monthly payments, right? You're on monthly payments. So when you get an auto loan, when you searching for a car, and you thinking like if you think to yourself, nobody, I said 9 out of 10 people searching for a new whip, a brand new whip, they're not thinking to themselves, okay, what's the overall price of the car, right? They're thinking about, man, I can afford between $350 and $400. I can afford between $400 and $500, $600 and $700. You're thinking about that monthly note, how much they can spiritual afford. You know what I'm saying? Because truthfully, they thought about the whole thing. They be like, damn, that's a lot. It's intimidating. It's psychological. That's why I say when you at the dealership and they talking to you like, so how much was you thinking you wanted to spend? You know what I'm saying? You don't tell them that. You don't tell them that shit, man. Cause you tell them I'm willing to spend $500, they'll come back with $497. You gonna kiss their feet?
Yeah, he's like,
thank you.
Man, I can take that $3 and go get me
that's a lot.
Give me a honey bun and soda. That $3.
I wouldn't get a honey bun and soda, but I get me a coffee.
You know what I'm saying?
I give me a coffee.
Nah, I never was that type of person. I'm looking at the full picture.
You not like most people. I was more like that person. I'm like, shoot, dog. Like, man, this is my income, dog. Like, listen, man, I'm trying to spend at least $400 a month, dog. Look, I'm like this, trying to spend at least $400 a month. What's happening? And then they be like, okay. This is what you got. Yeah. But then when I got that car for $1,200 in a row, I was so happy when I got that car. Man. I was like, oh, this paid off, man. This feel good.
Man, yeah. I'm happy I was when I paid my joint off?
I know.
First of all, when I got it, I was looking at the end of the road before I even went to the shop, to the dealer.
Okay.
I was like, okay. You want 10, you put tax and title fees on there. Interest on loan.
That's not most people though, man.
It's probably gonna go up to about a little under 12. All right.
That's not most people.
I know.
You like a unicorn.
I know. Well, I've been through a couple situations before.
You like a heterosexual unicorn.
Are unicorns gay?
The unicorn be colorful as hell in children's movie.
Rainbow thing. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. This guy here, man. I don't know if we can use that for I don't know who we talking to out there. But no, I was looking at that. That's what it was. I'm like, I can't do that. I got commitment issues.
Mm.
I do. Like when you telling me like a term that you want to lock me into, it's almost like you talking about you being a little nervous before we cut the camera off. I'm like,
True.
man, what you mean? How long you want to do this now? That's the type of feeling that I have when it comes to that. Like anything, I don't care what it is. I don't care if I'm willing to pay a little extra to not be locked into something. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just a weird situation. That's just how I am.
Yeah.
I don't know where it came from. Excuse me. I really don't even know where that came from, but that's how it's always been. But at this point, though, it's kind of like, you know, as you learn and you grow and you evolve, you start thinking a little bit differently. You don't stray too far from where you were or who you were. If you do, you just front. But at this point, I'm at a point where I just am doing things a little bit differently, and you know, the way that I've been doing it hasn't necessarily been working out the way that I wanted to. So let's try something a little different. Mm-hmm. We ain't gonna jump out the window with it, but we gonna open the window, see what's out there. You know what I'm saying?
You like this?
Yeah. I ain't about to jump. Let me just see what's going on.
See what's popping.
Survey the land. Okay. It's
Yeah.
far right there. I'm only gonna break my ankle. Yeah. Far right here, I'm gonna break my whole back. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the way I assess it. Like so we gonna. I'm willing to break my ankle, so let me jump this way. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing, and that's a metaphor for diving into crypto, diving into all right. Let me spend this money to go on this trip to wherever to meet this person or potentially get this opportunity, or whatever the case may be. So that's what it is, man.
Beautiful. Even with you, it's like buying equipment, you know, to make your product better. You know what I'm saying? As you spend time, as you like listening to different sounds, to different experiencing, you know, different people to tap into you to make something magical over there on the keyboard.
Yeah, man. Ain't nothing worse than buying something. Well, most places let you take stuff back, but ain't nothing worse than buying something and it don't work out. Like you just get that frustration, and that's the type of thing where you got to decide where's your motivation now. Are you motivated to give up? Or are you motivated to say, I'm going to make something, I'm going to make the best out of this situation? Or are you motivated to go and move on to the next thing?
You know what I'm
saying? And you just pick your poison, what you want to do. You're already in a bad predicament. What you do from there is on you.
Yeah.
You know?
And you know what's crazy? Is like, I'm not your financial advisor at all. Right? I'm not a rich man in the pocket, but I'm rich here. And this is going to translate to being rich in the pocket. But I'll say this, man. If somebody is like late on their credit card bill and they might not be able to pay it, I say kind of forget it and buy like cryptocurrency. Catch back up when you can. Call them like, yo, I can't make it this month, but you know what, man? I plan on giving back. This is investing in yourself. So many of us are on this payment lifestyle to where we get paid, whether you're making $500 a week, $1,000 a week, $2,000 a week, or even more. You know, we get caught up, you know, so many times in like, okay, I want this car, and then I need good credit, so I gotta get credit cards, so I gotta spend my credit cards, so I'm now paying the credit cards back. Now I got this house or this apartment that I'm paying for. Right now, I want to spend time with my friends and I go hang out. I want to go eat. If I go eat and drink, right, that's gonna be. You want to eat good, you know. You be like, shoot, man. If I eat and drink, that's gonna be at least $50, right?
So
that's modest.
Right.
You think about if you really want to ball out, you want to go to a nice restaurant, like Eddie V's, something like that. Ocean Prime.
Yeah.
You in a day, y'all gonna spend at least $200, $300 with drinks. They got $50 drinks at Eddie V's.
Damn.
So, I know it's nuts, dog. So you keeping up, but the money ain't working for you, man. We gotta have this money boomerang work for us harder than we working for it. And at that point, we doing something. And we're not doing this to not work. We gonna work. We gonna do stuff, but we gonna need to do stuff that we passionate about.
Yeah, no, we're not trying to find a way to get so rich that we just land on the couch. No,
that's whack.
We're just trying to get out of a predicament where you choose to do what you want as opposed to doing what you feel like you have to do.
Yeah.
Because that's probably 90% of the world is doing what they have to, or what they feel they have to do in order to stay above water.
Yep.
Whereas a small percentage of people pick and choose, do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like an artist that's accomplished so much, they don't have to really grind and do all the features and be on everybody's song. No, they can choose who they want to work with.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Beyonce don't have to be out here busting ass like that. She don't have to be on everybody's song.
Nope.
She could look. There's 1,000, 100 million people probably really want her on the song. She can look at it and she can say, I don't want to do none of that, and be straight.
And be straight.
That's the metaphor for being able to do what you want to do.
That's pretty much what she do.
Yeah. She did the Eminem song.
That's Eminem, though.
You like that one?
No, I like that song. But that's Eminem.
I know.
That's Eminem.
I know, that was just a complete sidebar. That's just hit me in the head, man. I'm an Eminem fan, man. Like, to the point where it's like, I kind of be defending them when I probably shouldn't. But
Superman's probably one of my favorite Eminem songs.
I know, but that was like 15 years ago. Literally.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about, man, it would be hard to.
Superman. Stan was great.
That was excellent.
Yeah.
Stan actually made a song that already was released hot, so to speak. And he just ripped somebody's whole song and rapped on it.
Huh.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
The girl that sang the hook, it was her song.
Oh, really?
She released the song first.
Damn, he the boss.
He snatched it and rapped on it, and it became hot.
Whew.
That happens.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. New album coming out on the 15th. Shout out to Big Sean and Metro Boomin. They just dropped their album at 12:01 today. Friday. Shout out to the whole Detroit. Cash Down got a feature on there. Shout out to that.
So you talk about rap in Detroit right now. You know what I think? Like Big Sean, one of them. I don't know. It's crazy because one of my favorite flows from him. But I don't know why this is, dog. It's like I think he did this like 7 years ago, man. It's like that Super Duper Lemonade, dog. When he rapped over that.
Was it on the mixtape?
No, yeah, it was Gucci Man beat.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about? Second class.
I know the beat, but I don't
Yeah.
know. I can't think of the Big Sean.
Yeah, man, it was just cold, man.
No, he called. He wanted the coldest new dude in the game. Well, not new, because
No,
he's been
no,
out for a minute.
yeah.
But he wanted the coldest of this era, I
Yeah.
should say. For sure. It's good to have somebody else from the D.
Especially from the city, man. He rep hard.
Yeah, man.
And then he be
only
spinning
had
out.
two.
Yeah, that's it.
Eminem before him, and then I mean Royce ice cold, but he wasn't on the
Main
popularity
stage.
level.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. I didn't make it through the whole album yet. I listened to 4 songs off the one he just put out.
I want to say shout out to my cousin, man, DJ Young Mace too. He was Royce's 5'9" official DJ, man. He inspiration to me.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Mace, man. I never met you, but I've heard a lot about you, seen you. We was actually on one of your mixtapes too, and I'm sure you don't know
You
that.
probably met him though when we was younger.
I'm sure I met
I'm
him
sure
when we
you
was
did,
younger,
man.
but then to grow up and see him become who he was, and then be
Yeah.
on one of his mixtapes, and
Yeah.
when I know he probably don't know,
Yeah.
it's great.
I'll say this too, man. We talking about what inspires me, man. I was telling a coworker today, I was like, man, I got some cousins that's out here that's really trying to do it. You know, that's doing good stuff, right? And I'm like, man, I need to catch up to my cousins, right? And Mace is one of them. And Mace been all over the world. Mace has been everywhere. my cousin, and DJing for Slaughterhouse, DJing for D12, Royster 59 official DJ. You know, on
he was working with
tours.
Obi Trice too.
Obi Trice, man. Yeah, he was like mixtape king, the mixtape king DJ of Detroit City, man. He was. I remember his grind, his hustle. He'd wait out. He'd find out like where when the artists was coming to Detroit, and if they was gonna be at a club, he'd wait outside the club for like 2-3 hours to get a drop for him.
You saying after the club was up? You saying?
No, it's like he just be out there at the club, and he wait. He know they coming out eventually. He know they there,
Okay.
and then he get the drop for him, record the drop, man, put it on his mixtape, man. I'm like, dog, how'd you get in drops for all these famous people, dog?
Yeah.
And he was like, man, I'm just doing stuff that other people wouldn't do, you know. And I think that's just what we got to do is just do stuff that other people wouldn't do, right?
Yeah.
And
Outside the box.
Outside the box, and then we find our lane and comfortable. Man, forget being comfortable. Find that zone that's morally great, but it's uncomfortable as hell. And that's where your greatness is.
No, that's real. That's real. I'm not gonna say nothing else because he always does this. He has like a 2-shotter or a 1 line, and he be looking at me to say something different.
But you started out though. You started out. You get us going. I'll wrap it up.
I'm not going to say nothing else. It's kind of like when you beating a dead horse. Bro, it's through. So we're going to wrap up with that. I appreciate y'all again. It's the Unorganized Progression Podcast. Man, we all over the place and be all over the place. We're going to have some new things in store for y'all coming up in the coming weeks. Happy holidays to y'all. We're going to keep saying that until it's over with. And I want y'all to rock with us with our movement, our accomplishments, our achievements, and all that. YouTube, SoundCloud, like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend and tell a friend, share, Facebook, continue to show us that love, man. Again, I'm prolific professional.
I'm Jay Sams, and I just hit my chest because he
did, but I didn't make no sound.
You did, not just that time, but I did just because you did.
He's trying to prove something.
I'm a man. Anyway, my name is Jay Sams. Boomerang bread.
Bread.
Yeah, but you know we boomerang because we want everything that we do to come back with a return.
That's right, reap what you sow.
That's why we boomerang. You know, we planting good seeds, right? So subscribe, subscribe, please share. We'll ask you to share, ask you to like, we'll ask you to subscribe. Tune back in next time.
Peace.